Hey, Armin here with today's tip. This one's an important one. Why you need to understand how insulin works. So to start with, every time you have 5 or more grams of carbohydrates or sugars, your insulin has to come up to process those carbs and sugars. And the purpose of that is to push those carbs and sugars into the muscles and the liver so that they can resupply them. But if the muscles and the liver are already full of glucose, which is carbohydrates and sugars converted, there's no place to put the excess. So now what insulin is known as is a fat storage hormone. So those extra carbohydrates and sugars are going to be pushed into the fat cells. So every time you overconsume carbohydrates, you're going to have that problem, especially if the insulin's elevated. This is why carb cycling and low carb diets are typically more effective for fat loss, but you need a long-term strategy to make the insulin work for you and not against you. So that's one reason why I do low carb throughout the day, and then if I'm going to carb load, I'm going to do it in the evening before, with my last meal. Now there's different ways to do this. I'm just giving you a suggestion that can help you to know those differences over time. But keep the insulin managed so it's not always circulating. You're less likely to store excess carbohydrates as fat. So what that means is eating less carbohydrates. And that's what that exactly means. So this will help improve your insulin sensitivity. It'll help you not store extra fat. And when you start burning fat as your energy source, you're going to notice that you have better long-term sustainable energy as well. So understand that insulin is a fat storage hormone. You need to manage it to your advantage. So when it needs to do the things it needs to do, so if you're exercising and you're burning off the excess glucose, which is typically what happens when you exercise, whether it's cardio or strength training, then when you have your carbohydrates, the insulin comes up, it can help push those nutrients into those cells to resupply them, the liver cells and the muscle cells. Now I'm hoping this isn't too confusing, but again, it's just a quick introduction. So if you have further questions, feel free to stick that below in the comment section. Other than that, I hope you got some value out of this tip. If you did, like it, share it with other people you care about, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you can get more tips as I continue to add these in. Other than that, let's have a great day, and we'll talk to you again real soon.